As I said in my last video, I'm recording these videos back to back. That's why I haven't changed clothes. I do change my clothes every day. I don't wear t-shirts 5 days in a row. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Khabib's return. We all heard the announcement from Dana White. He's coming back. If the fighters that fight next week, well, this Saturday, show him something interesting, and I think that's a given. I think Poirier versus McGregor is going to be a banger of a fight. I think we're either gonna see a quick knockout or a 5-round war. Even if that turns out to be a dud, we still have Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker, which is gonna be an absolute banger of a fight. I think that will be a 3-round war. I throw the word war around a lot, but I think that's gonna be a war. They match up really well. Dan Hooker obviously is basically impossible to finish at this point. I know we've seen it get finished before by Barbosa, but the way he's looked in his last 2 fights, if he didn't get finished by Dustin Poirier or Paul Felder, I doubt Michael Chandler is gonna finish him. And yeah, Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is a good fighter. The Dan Hooker fight is a great measuring stick to see where he's at in the UFC, but enough about them. I want to talk about Khabib now. The options for Khabib are plentiful. Khabib has many options at 155. He has the winner of McGregor versus Poirier. If we're gonna talk about that, I think McGregor is the more appealing fight. I know Khabib said he is not interested in a rematch with McGregor, but I think that the story's there. It's gonna make bank. It's gonna be a huge fight. They'll get loads of engagement from the casual fans. It's a McGregor fight, so I think the McGregor fight is the more appealing of the two. But then again, if Dustin pulls off a win, I think that could be an interesting fight as well. If Dustin was closer to finishing Khabib than anybody ever was. He had him in a guillotine, and he rocked him once with the left hand, and nobody has ever done that to Khabib in his recent fight. So that could be an interesting fight as well. If none of that happens, Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler, the winner of that, could also match up with Khabib. I don't think any of those guys have what it takes to beat Khabib. I think both of them will just get put on their ass and just get pounded out within a couple rounds. There's also Charles Oliveira, which Khabib has said that he's interested in now, and that's a great matchup. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens this Saturday, I guess, if McGregor wins. I think they're going with the I think Dana's gonna be gunning for that Khabib versus McGregor 2 fight, and that would be the biggest fight in the history of MMA. That would be very interesting, to say the least. Well, listen, let's be real. McGregor got dominated by Khabib, but that loss has aged very well compared to Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje's losses to Khabib. McGregor was by far the hardest fight out of those 3, and I think, listen, it's not an excuse, but we could all see that McGregor wasn't prepared for that fight. He looked sluggish, and leading up to the fight, like the locker room shots, you could see that wasn't Conor. He looked kind of disinterested and yeah, like I said, not motivated at all. So I think McGregor being focused and motivated could bring something new to the Khabib fight. So those are my thoughts. It's either gonna be McGregor, Poirier, or Oliveira, and all those are 3 good fights. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm happy that Khabib returns. Like, yeah, I didn't want to see him go out that soon. I think he should come back for at least one more. Let's hope for the best. yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support that I've been getting on my YouTube videos. I'm really gonna be working on the quality of these videos. I want to make these videos more enjoyable and more funny. I want to get better at editing these videos. I want to get better at talking about MMA. I want to become more knowledgeable about the sport, and yeah, I think this YouTube stuff is a great way to express myself creatively, and I'm looking forward to keeping this up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later. Okay.